Hey everyone, since it was my birthday on August 30th, I'm running a special promotion at theelegantoxford.com now until September 12th. If you buy anything from my online store, you'll receive free sneaker care wipes from Tarago, which is a sister company to Saphir. They're great to put in a bag to clean your dress sneakers, which I know many of you have already bought from Edmonds and even Justin Fitzpatrick. Definitely a great pickup to even give away or clean your kids' shoes. Really work fantastic and are good for leather, synthetics, canvas, vinyl, and rubber. Additionally, if you buy something from my store and sign up for our newsletter, you'll be entered into a raffle to receive a free patina and a mirror shine from me. Lastly, all orders over $100 receive 10% off. So enjoy the sale and thanks a lot. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Elegant Oxford. Today I'm going off script and I'm going to be helping those who need it with a very common issue. It's probably the most common question I get on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and that has to do with dull spots that will not shine no matter what you do. And on a brown shoe or a tan shoe, it can look like you literally stripped the finish off of your shoe, and it happens when you're learning to mirror shine. Well, it can happen to anyone at any time. It's pretty confusing because when it happens, try as you might, you will not be able to shine this particular area. The rest of the cap will be completely mirror shine, but this area will not shine. So when that happens, just know that it's normal and you shouldn't feel too down about it. It still happens to me on occasion. And it's caused by an excess of moisture. So the leather is simply oversaturated with water or with too much wax. The wax does have solvents in it, and that can also cause this little tiny spot. Not tiny, but it can actually get pretty big. And it can be pretty frustrating. So today I'm going to show you what to do to get rid of it quickly and what to do to continue that shine so everything comes back to normal. So, the first time this actually happened to me, it was on my second pair of shoes, and I was barely learning to mirror shine. And it was really scary. I really thought I had stripped my shoe's finish because the spot can look really dull and it can look much lighter than the rest of the shoe. So, it's actually quite easy to fix. And the first method, this is probably the most dangerous method, depending on the shoe color, is to use a heat gun. Now, you have to be really careful when it comes to heat guns. Hair dryers are a lot more safer, but they don't get as hot as you actually need. And a heat gun can get into the 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and it can quickly burn your shoe, especially if it's tan or brown. So just be really careful when you're using a heat gun, and you're just going to use this to dry the leather first. So that's the first step. You don't want to add any more water or any more wax. I know it's counterintuitive. You just want to keep shining to shine this spot. Use some air or a hair dryer or a heat gun and try to dry the leather as best you can. Conversely, you can just leave it to dry for a couple of days. I know that that's something I've asked other people to do who don't have hair dryers, so it's completely fine. Just stop what you're doing and you have to let the leather rest and you have to let it dry because this spot is caused by moisture. All right, I'm going to use the heat gun first and we'll try to dry the leather that way. Okay, so now the wax is melted down. It all looks kind of hazy. And once that's done, you're going to use a brush and just go at it. Just back and forth. This might take 5 or 10 minutes of just pure brushing, which is actually more than you might think. But we're just trying to dry that leather out and get all the moisture away from that area so that that spot disappears and you don't have an issue again. Okay, so just be patient. This is one of those common but not talked about issues that people run into and they never think about again. So I guarantee if you like mirror shining, you're either going to run into this issue now or you will in the future. I guarantee it. It still happens to me sometimes. Okay, quick interruption. I was right about to finish the video. I was completely about to upload it, and then I got a pair of shoes with that exact same problem that I've just been discussing. As you can see, when the shoe isn't black, it looks really like you just stripped the finish right off of your shoe. It looks kind of pinkish and light red, so it can be really troubling, especially if you bought a brand new pair of shoes like these Carlos Santos. So the owner sent him over and said he was really worried. I told him it's quite common. So can happen to anybody, and when it does happen, it can look really scary, and it can really freak people out. So take a pig bristle brush, and let's just add a little bit of friction, see if it doesn't help. Hopefully a little bit of heat and a little bit of friction is just going to help a little bit. It's still there, but it's lessening up. Okay, so I actually went over this with the heat gun for like 5-6 seconds. Looking a lot better. You could barely see the spot here. It's getting a lot more even. So it's not the end of the world, and you haven't stripped the finish off. It's just the moisture in the leather. So there you go. All right, now that the spot is pretty much gone, I can't even see it with my bare eyes. We're gonna start the shine once again. Now I'm gonna use mirror gloss this time because it's a much more dry formula, and we don't want as many solvents or as much water this time. So you're gonna apply it with your fingers, just like that, and then just start to apply like you're gonna do a normal mirror shine. Alright, just back and forth. Take your time on this area. Just add as little as 5 layers to 20 layers, depending on how much you need. We're first going to set the base before we start the mirror shine. Alrighty. Make sure to get the crevices down here, so that the shine will really complete. It'll all kind of melt together and bring out that shine. So just keep going back and forth. Okay, make sure it's all rubbed in with your fingers correctly. Don't let it gunk up, don't let it build up. And if you need to start over, just use that heat gun again, melt it back down, and then start again. Just take your time. Just like I've showed you in my other mirror shine videos. Don't be worried, just back and forth. Alright, now that you've added enough layers of wax, we want to start shining but using little to no water. So you can actually start to buff with your bare palm. And it's an old method that I usually use on shell cordovan, but you can actually create some nice smooth friction with just your fingers, and you can actually build a decent mirror shine just like that without using water, and that spot is not going to show up. You can start using water once you've built up enough layers and you're getting a pretty nice shine, then it shouldn't be a problem. But the first couple of layers, the first couple of buffs, are when I use your bare hands. It's really going to help. So you're adding more wax with your fingers, just like that. You'll notice as I'm buffing, just with my 2 fingers, the friction alone is already starting to produce a shine. Now it's not hard friction, just light back and forth. And that friction's really going to help just to even out that spot and bring out that shine. See if you can see it. It's not great yet, but you're going to do this over and over until you have enough wax on there where you can start using tiny bits of water and you won't restart this whole issue. So make sure to use enough wax. So a little bit like that. And just start lightly buffing back and forth. It can be a little bit of a tedious process, but it's really going to help in the long run, because if that spot appears again, you're going to have to wait or restart the process. But I really recommend using the heat gun or a hair dryer and just evening everything out. All right. Once that mirror gloss is in, you can start using Pat Deluxe, which has more solvents in it, obviously. So don't use it too soon. But whenever I'm shining black shoes, I always use navy blue Pat Deluxe. I know I've mentioned it in other videos, but it's kind of my secret to shining a black shoe. I I don't know, it makes it more reflective, deeper. It just looks better to me over just black wax. So it's really good to pick up and try. I've heard old school shiners also using burgundy and even green, but navy blue really seems to work great for me. So give that a shot as well, and let me know if you like it. I found that everyone who tries it really likes it as well. So if you want some navy blue wax, you can pick some up at theelegantoxford.com. So just putting that out there. All right, we're nearing the end of our mirror shine journey. So you're going to want to get a clean part of the cloth and some water and rubbing alcohol solution, and you're going to make sure to use that solution to kind of melt down the final layer to get rid of all those micro scratches and all that, the small lines, kind of just to build that true mirror finish. And then you're going to be using mirror gloss just a tiny bit. Remember, you're just barely touching the mirror gloss, and then you're just buffing very gently and quickly to kind of produce that final mirror shine. This is going to take a lot of practice and a lot of time. It certainly took me a lot of late nights practicing and trying again and again, but I think it's really worth it. So make sure to be patient and to focus on that final step to really bring the shine to the next level. Okay, this is the before, and here is the after. I know this footage is vertical. It was for an Instagram reel, but I really think it captures perfectly the shine, and the rest of the footage isn't vertical, just this one little section. So you can really see how shiny and reflective these mirror shines can get. It's quite impressive, if I do say so myself. But that's what you can get if you really focus on the mirror shine and you build it up slowly. I really hope this video was helpful. I know this is quite a common issue. I must get this question at least 10 times a week in emails and in messages. So if you ever get the dry spot, make sure to just stop and dry that leather first. I really want to thank all of you for watching this video. I truly appreciate everyone who watches and comments. Thank you for helping me reach 200,000 subscribers. As always, if you've liked this video, like, share, and subscribe. And if you need any of these products, like Saphir Mirror Gloss or Pat Deluxe, visit theelegantoxford.com for all of your Saphir and shoe care needs. I really appreciate you all supporting the channel and the online store. So thanks again, everyone. I hope this video was helpful.